It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Vibrant Forest Brewing Company, and this is a can of their hazy double IPA. Double IPA, or DIPA, as this is looked at. Juicy double IPA. What does it mean? Do we talk about it? It's 8% ABV, which is bang on the money. It's exactly what it should be for a double IPA. This is called Backwards Marathon. I can imagine. Quite funny, that, isn't it? You drink this, you run the marathon backwards. Quite like that. Let's get the beer out into a glass, see what we get. I've got this really interesting cat, and he knows that noise irritates me. So he knows that by jumping on the black outside bin, right now, he's going to get my attention and I'm going to open the door. And he'll literally jump up and down on the bin to try and get my attention. But they're the type of cats that, I love them to bits, I really do. But they're in and out all day. And when they want to go out, they want to go out right now. When they want to come in, they want to come in right now. And I'm just teaching them a little. I've just made eye contact. Oh my goodness me. He was just about to sit on the chair out there and just relax for a bit. But I just made eye contact with him. Now he's jumping up and down on the table and he's climbing the tree, and he's one of those cats. Adorable. But I'm just trying to teach him a little bit of patience, a little bit of like, just wait for a little bit, will you? I'm trying to do a damn beer review. 2 finger, white. I'm going to call it an ivory white head on this one. Now he's on the glass. Have a look. Now he's on the bloody glass roof. There you go. Can you see him? I'm not sure if you can see him up there. I don't know if you can see him or not. He's up there somewhere. But he'll jump round now on the glass roof. Literally jumping round up there, and he just wants your attention. He's one of these cats, like, he's going to get your attention. And he's going to get brought in eventually. So this double IPA, yeah, it looks good. Looks really good in the glass. What I've found from Vibrant Forest beers is all of their beers have great head retention. They all have this wonderful, lovely looking head retention on their beers. This one's really kind of creamy and oaty looking. Let's get the aroma. I promised to tell you about double IPAs as well. Oh, this is one of those mouth puckering passion fruit mango type double IPAs. Touch of citrus, touch of kind of like grapefruit, but this is all kind of like passion fruit mango, stone fruits. You can smell the body in the beer, you can smell that oatiness, that creaminess in there too. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Ooh. That's super soft. Super soft, super creamy, super rich. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. that's a really interesting brew. It's really oaty. It's really, like, the first thing that comes to mind, there's some big hops in here. I can feel the hops, like that, almost like a hop burn in the top of the chest here. It's full on. But the first thing I thought about was just how kind of like creamy and rich the beer is. It's probably how Guinness used to be 50 years ago, when Guinness used to be really creamy and rich. It's an interesting brew. The flavours, it's a little bit of prickly pear in there, lots of passion fruit, lots of mango, lots of kind of like pale stone fruited, soft is the word, but it's hopped really highly. It's really hopped quite highly, and you get a sense of that hop. It's really kind of in your face, which of course an 8% ABV double IPA probably should be, shouldn't it? So what is a double IPA? So an IPA, IPAs, I'll be very quick with this. We used to take beer to India when we used to build the railways and stuff out there hundreds of years ago. And everything else that we did in India, not all of it great, to be honest with you. Probably not a lot of it great, actually. We were part of an empire that kind of like just ruled things, weren't we? Which we're paying the price for that now, aren't we? Nobody likes us. But we took beer out there initially that got too hot and couldn't last the heat of the daylight sun in India, as it got very hot. So they couldn't handle the journey on the boats to get there to India, because it was brewed in the UK. So they had to make a stronger beer, essentially, and they called it India Pale Ale. And it was like 6% ABV, and they put it in the bottom of the boats as ballast in barrels, and they would take it out to India, and then they would bring back all of their stuff from India back to the UK back in the day. And that's really the story of India Pale Ale. It's a British brewed beer that is quite strong to get through the Indian sunshine and travel that distance from the UK, Burton-on-Trent generally, over to India. But double IPA is more of an American, like the Americans took on our beer styles, read them and were intrigued by them, and then just like, as the Americans do, they double things, don't they? So you get kind of like double barley wines, really, quite rarely, but they're a thing in America. Double IPAs, Imperial Russian Stouts. That's another. That's like the same story as the IPA. But the beer used to freeze going up around the Baltics to Russia, so they had to make an 8%, even stronger beer, an 8% ABV beer that was able to get around the Baltics on the boats up to Russia. And that's a completely another story, isn't it? Russian Imperial Stout, that's 8% ABV. But yeah, a lot of this is to do with travel. A lot of this is to do with moving the beer from one place to another, and does it taste better? Good example of this, Brains Beer. Brains Beer in Cardiff, people seem to like it. You take Brains Beer just down the motorway, just down to London, 2 hours away on the motorway. Apparently, the people in London, they don't like it. They don't like it at all. It didn't travel. Apparently, Brains Beer, this brewery here, it doesn't travel very well. I don't know. I've never drunk a pint of Brains bitter in London. I don't know if it's true or not, or if there's other factors into as to why people don't want to drink Brains beer in London. Perhaps they have Fullers and that's enough for them, you know, which you could argue with that, couldn't you? But yeah, a lot of this is to do with travel. A lot of this is to do with kind of the beer's strength is to do with the travel. Apart from this double IPA, which is just an American invention. Let's rate it then. It looks good. It smells good. It tastes pretty good. I like that enough to give it a 7. 7 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. On a personal level, I don't really like these passion fruit mango beers that very much. I prefer to drink something else. That's the reason for the 7 out of 10. It's just personally for me, I'm just a bit fed up of passion fruit and mango. I don't think I can ever like get my head round again passion fruit and mango in a beer, because it's just been forced down the beer community's throats for the last 2 or 3 years, and I'm completely fed up of it. So that's the reason why it's 7 out of 10. I just don't find it. I find like you put it to your mouth and passion fruit and mango yet again. It's lots of people like it. I'm just not a fan. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.